Meanwhile, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez ordered a lifestyle check on customs personnel with unexplained wealth. Secretary Dominguez stressed that President Duterte will not allow corruption under his administration. In a press briefing in Malacanang, Secretary Dominguez also assured that business and trade transactions between the Philippines and the United States will continue. This report by Rocky Ignacio.
Business and trade between the Philippines and the U.S. will continue amidst criticism by the U.S. on the anti-drug campaign of President Rodrigo Duterte. In a press briefing in Malacanang, Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez said that the country's economic managers are set to meet with the American Chamber of Commerce. The palace official also ruled out any adverse effect on business deals on the concern of a U.S. senator on the planned procurement of U.S.-made assault rifles by the PNP amidst reports of alleged human rights violations in the country.
The next point I want to bring out is that there are many business transactions between the Philippines and the U.S. And actually, these business transactions are really based on mutual benefit to each other. And I think they will continue if there is a mutual benefit. If the USA manufactures, like for instance, Texas Instruments, they have a big manufacturing facility in Baguio. I think they will continue manufacturing here if the Baguio facility is cost efficient. Now, if it's not cost efficient, well, that's something else.
Aside from the U.S., Dominguez said that the Philippines is open for business deals with other countries, including China. The Philippines had secured billions of dollars economic agreements with China during President Duterte's visit. Dominguez assured there will be no anomalies to any agreements with China.
President, the chairman of the NEDA, and we have an investment coordinating committee there, and he has verbally agreed to designate that group to be the focal point of the management of our relationship with China. Once the president has actually signed an order to do that, the ICC will go to China and ask the Chinese government to designate a single focal point also in China so that the dealings can be government to government. And the ICC will ask the Chinese government to designate and accredit the companies that they believe can do the projects, to accredit them so that the Philippine side will know which companies to deal with in China.
Dominguez said that government has enough mechanisms to create a conducive business climate in the country. According to him, the president has three main goals to achieve under his term. These are poverty eradication, law-abiding citizens, and lasting peace in the country. He also assured there will be no corruption under the Duterte administration. Dominguez said this after the president's suspension order against an official from the Bureau of Customs. A lifestyle check was ordered by Dominguez against custom personnel with unexplained wealth.
We have to be smart about catching corrupt people. You cannot always catch them like playing cops and robbers. We have to catch them by going after checking their lifestyle, checking their bank accounts, checking how many cars they own, right? We have to do forensic analysis. That's why part of our legislative agenda is to make sure that the laws or the privacy laws on bank accounts will allow the government to look into the bank accounts of people that have very strong evidence of corruption or tax evasion. If we do not do that, we can hardly catch them. So we are going to ask the legislature to please loosen up to allow the government to look into the bank accounts of people suspected of corruption, tax evasion, and crimes like that.
For PTV News, Rocky Ignacio.